Alright, so you saw the title and clicked on this video in a panic that I'm going to become a VTuber, and while that may be in the thumbnail, it's not entirely what I have in mind. For full disclosure, I'm writing this script at approximately 10:45 at night after somehow escaping the absolute abyss that is YouTube Shorts, and while I was mindlessly scrolling through the abyss, I came across some things that made me really think about where I wanted this channel to go. Now, people usually say it's best to start small and work your way up, and while there's some truth to that, what's the point if you aren't aiming for the best experience you want to provide for yourself and the viewers watching? After some consideration, I want to talk about the vision I have for this channel, and while it may seem like hopeless wishing, I would love to see some of you guys come back to this video later on in this channel's life, commenting which of these we have achieved as a community. This is more so like my channel reflection video I made at the beginning of the year, and it isn't necessarily for views, likes, or subscriptions. This is just some hopes and aspirations that I want to put in some sort of document that maybe I myself, or we as a community, can achieve on this channel. Starting off with the easiest and most likely to happen, we have monetization. Now, YouTube has opened this door, making the required amount of subscribers for their partnership program 500 instead of 1,000. This will allow me to create perks for those who become members on the channel, like emotes and priority and multiplayer lobbies in games, if I ever get big enough to where lobby space is a problem. This type of money I would primarily want to spend on things that make your experiences with videos and live streams better by doing things I will mention later. Now, later down the line, I would also love to open up a Patreon. Why? Because with that, I can express other interests that would make no sense on my channel otherwise. I know, shocker, Odyssey64, the Splatoon Nintendo guy, has other hobbies. Yeah, I play guitar, I play card games like Yu-Gi-Oh!, I like Dragon Ball content, and there are many other games and activities that just wouldn't cut it on my channel. Also, I forgot to mention AI Dungeon videos. So putting those things there would give me a place just to be more free with my posting, for a small fee of course. As I said earlier, monetization is the closest to happening through YouTube, but Patreon will probably take a while because there will have to be enough people who will pay for that service to actually make it worth anything. Alright, now that we got the money stuff out of the way, let's talk about other things. Things that you guys would be able to enjoy regardless if you gave me money to do it or not. Starting with Team Hero Refreshed. From what I can tell from viewer engagement and the amount of views I get from videos and live streams, you guys absolutely love Team Hero, and so do I. Yeah, you guys hardly ever see me make videos of them, and one of those reasons is that with what I have, I can't portray the story how I want to. Team Hero has an interesting story to tell, and I can't rely on pre-made Pikaru.me sites for the art forever, not to mention the parts where there's no gameplay involved, it's just the story will just fall flat without improved visuals. I can promise you guys that the story I want to tell with these characters is limited by what the games have available, and the primary antagonist being a prime example. What I have planned for that character will be extremely watered down by what I can feasibly do, with not just my own lack of computer skills, but the art that I'm able to use as well. I'm much better at using words to tell a story than images, and that combination is almost necessary for the story I want. You can look at any Splatoon story people have created, and even the Grisco tapes have some special art to portray their analog horror series the way they want to. Let's look at that dream here again instead of the problems surrounding it, however. If things worked how I would imagine them going, I would restart the series from scratch and call it Team Hero Refreshed. It would contain an updated story and visual similar to how Fire Emblem used to be on the 3DS, and sometimes contain gameplay when available. However, I wouldn't be opposed to Blender animation either, since that could possibly put more heart into it. Speaking of Team Hero, another thing I could see my channel having in the future also relates to the VTuber idea, but not entirely. This stream simply would have Team Hero interactables on the screen. For example, take other streamers like Scott Falco's ToonTuber design, or maybe something that takes much more time but with a lot more detail like Monica Cineroll. Any of these would be amazing additions, and you guys would be able to interact with them by using things like channel points to buy gifts for them, unlock outfits, and more. Now again, I would not be using them like a VTuber, but I would use them as a little extra decoration on the side of streams that moves, changes, and interacts with chat. This is by far what I would want most, and have a feeling you guys would love this sort of thing for Team Hero. Updated stories, character models, and just another way to interact with the streams I do. If there's one thing I desperately need, it's art. As I said before, I create with words, not images. Thanks to Suru and Omi in the channel Discord, I finally be able to see the potential commission artwork has for Team Hero, thumbnails, and more. Not only would they capture the interest of new viewers, but also would help evolve the overall style of the channel with commissioned art, or fan art in general. This, unlike the last thing, is much more likely to happen, as the monetization and my own investments into the channel, I could probably afford commissions. I mean, Sir's commissions seem really good and affordable. Check them out, please. I bet they really appreciate it. And I overall like the style of these drawings and can see myself using them in the future. Now this one is given, updated hardware and software. I've been making do with what I have, and I've been able to make some pretty decent content, but with all these things, I don't think my computer will be able to handle stuff like Unity and Blender, and I doubt iMovie will be able to keep up with the editing that I want to do as time goes on. This is more likely to happen as once I start going out on my own, I'll probably have the money to do these things, though I probably wouldn't have enough time to sit down and learn things like Blender and Unity. My audio equipment probably won't change as my mic is excellent 90% of the time, and while my capture card has some issues sometimes, it works really well. The upgrades would primarily serve to improve the content and not exactly replace it. It would just give me more freedom to try these other things and possibly turn them into a reality. The last bit is to my future self, as I'll probably come back to this video much later on in life and hopefully still be using YouTube, so future Matthew, did we do it? Has Team Hero shown brighter than ever before? How many subscribers are we at? Are we even still streaming? How did setting up Patreon go? Did Blender work out for the character models and the interactions with them? Additionally, how's life going for you personally? Or how is or was college? I hope you fulfilled your dreams on and off the channel, and for the rest of you, thank you guys so much for watching this short video, and I'll see you all in another one.